Welcome aboard. Glad to see you. You must be here to experience one of the rarest boat tours you're ever likely to find anywhere. It's into a dormant volcano named Mount Mazama. Today, we call it Crater Lake. Now, the only way to get down to that boat ride on Crater Lake is to hike down and then back up on a very, very steep Cleetwood Cove trail. In just 1 mile, that trail drops down 700 feet. Wow. Don't worry, I'll be doing all the hard work for you, so you got nothing to worry about. You're welcome. That trail and the cove are named for the first boat that ever floated on Crater Lake, the Cleetwood. Now that was 1886, when the United States Geological Survey sponsored the first expedition to the waters of Crater Lake. Now, Cleetwood, it's kind of a funny name. Well, it was a name that appeared in a childhood dream by the future father of Crater Lake National Park, William Steele. At the end of today's cruise, I'll introduce you to the old man of Crater Lake and tell you what that 1886 survey actually discovered. Better stick around for that. Time to cast off. There's the captain over there. Anchors away. See you on the other side.
Is going to take approximately an hour and 45 minutes to go all the way around, and we're going to make several stops, including the one on Wizard Island for those who want to get off and go hiking on Wizard Island today. Your safety is very, very, very important. So, as Captain Sarah mentioned, as we pick up speed, please remain seated. Watch your kids, please. We don't want any kids going overboard if they're leaning over to look over the boat.
Llao Rock. To the Klamath Indians, Llao was god of the underground, and he lived under Mount Mazama. Now, Klamath legend says that Llao had a great battle with Skell, the god of the sky. Well, that battle created Crater Lake. Mount Hillman is the highest point on the rim of Crater Lake, 8,156 feet. Now here at the top is located the Watchman Fire Lookout. It was built in 1932 and offered the ability to spot forest fires far, far away from Crater Lake. It's another 3/4 of a mile trail that will get you to the top of that one. The Devil's Backbone. Well, it's a vertical wall of dark andesite lining the cliff face. It's about 1,000 feet long by 50 feet across at the top.
I'm having a hard time figuring what's up and what's down when you look at this reflection. They say that this is the mirror of heaven. There was a super colossal eruption in which the volcano that once stood here opened itself up, releasing all of the pressure that was in the magma chamber several miles below the center of it. That pressure, the gases trapped within that molten rock were under a tremendous amount of explosive pressure. When that pressure was released, it converted all that magma, which is molten rock, into volcanic ash. It almost looks like if you jumped overboard to go for a swim, you probably could usually catch the bottom. But due to the clarity of the Crater Lake water, depth is very deceiving. And even reptiles such as the garter, we have a garter snake that resides on Wizard Island, to migrate across. But now they're over there and they're kind of captured over there. This the destruction of Mount Madonna is the birth of the is basically an infant volcano. Now you're only looking at about 25% of this infant volcano. The other 75% of it is below the surface of the lake. So what we have are these large piles of rock that you see out here in front of Wizard Island. These are lava flows, that thick, pasty, fudge-type lava flow that broke out from the... Some of the plants are beginning to lose their chlorophyll and are starting to show signs of fall. So a tremendous amount, 5 trillion gallons of water filled this caldera.
The Crater Lake Lodge opened July 1st, 1915, and the lodge offered comfort for visitors who preferred not to be camping in the great outdoors. Yep, even the bathrooms are pretty. The rocks aren't though. Yeah, these are the rocks. Oh, ouch. Oh, good. Lots of people. Okay, get out of that boat. Oh, there's fine. Doesn't matter. Just look up. Or right here. Right here on the edge is fine. Down a little bit, I guess, if we're going in.
A wire down to the depth of Crater Lake to see how deep it was, and they estimated it to be about 1,965 feet, and they were only about 12 feet off. Kind of a sickly look to it. So why is the lake so blue? It's because it's so deep and so clear, very clean water, and it's a function of physics. The sunlight has different wavelengths of light, and the reds and the blues, the reds, the oranges, and the yellows tend to get absorbed in the
A difficult, nearly 2-mile trail takes you to the 7,796-foot peak of Mount Garfield. The view's spectacular. Maybe someday I'll get a chance to show you that one too. Chaski Bay. Well, here, the Chaski landslide, caused by an earthquake in January of 1700, roared down from the cliffs from above. It was the last major landslide at Crater Lake. Pretty in here.
There's that falcon, or I don't know what that bird is up there. All right, if folks have a seat, we're going to head on over to the Phantom ship.
Eagle's Crest. Well, although bald eagles nest along the Caldera cliffs, the name likely comes from its high vantage point that overlooks most of Crater Lake. The Phantom ship, a rugged island rising dramatically 175 feet above the lake's surface. The ship is formed of molten rock and volcanic ash.
This type of rock is called andesite rock.
Now, from a distance, it seems to be an old sailing ship. Depending on lighting conditions when you're there, the ship occasionally appears to disappear like a phantom.
How many visitors do we get here at Crater Lake per year? We get about 500,000, about 500,000 visitors. Most of them come, obviously, in the summertime.
Skell Head. Oh, there he is again. A rough rock formation that apparently honors Skell.
We got 2 eyes and a nose and a mouth there. Some people like to take a picture of that, or at least see that that's how it's there. We didn't carve that out. A beard of moss growing underneath the surface of the water. It just floats vertically in the lake. We never know where it's going to be. It changes location often. Sometimes we're lucky to find it, sometimes we don't find it, but today we're lucky.
And now here we are, the old man of the lake.
Yeah, it's not rooted to the bottom. These sorts of things floating vertically. Usually you see them floating horizontally and they eventually sink to the bottom, but this one just kind of floats around.
For over 100 years, nobody really knows how long, this 400-year-old giant hemlock has floated upright around and around Crater Lake. 4 feet above water, 30 feet below. You never know where he's going to be tomorrow.
Yeah, it's been over near the Phantom ship just as of 2 weeks ago. So that moves depending on the wind and the wave. Well, Mount Panorama collapsed about 7,700 years ago. Take care, go slowly as you go up the Fleetwood Trail. It is kind of steep. You'll get warm, you'll be huffing and puffing. Take a break, sit down on a bench, drink some water.
The mission of that 1886 survey was to determine the lake's depth. Now, the men's instruments told them that the lake at its deepest point was 1,996 feet, making it the deepest lake in the United States. Amazingly, even with their very crude equipment, they were only 50 feet off. The current figures show the actual depth at about 1,949 feet. Well, I hope you enjoyed the voyage. Getting around Crater Lake can be a lot of fun. I hope you'll drop by again when we do some more traveling. Don't forget to subscribe, and please give us a thumbs up. Thanks again for being here. Have a great day, and even a better tomorrow. I'll catch you then. Bye.